Hey guys, it's Keith with JT Western Hunter, coming to do another video for you on something pretty simple. I took the skid plate here and bully linered it over the weekend and was wanting to make a video show you guys what I did. I personally think that the silver skid plate that is normally on there just doesn't look very appealing and wanted to do something to change it up a little bit. So what I ended up doing was taking it off, sanding it down, putting a layer of primer on it, and then using a bully liner on it. I'm installing a DV8 front bumper at the moment too, and ended up having to refinish it. So while I was doing the bumper, I also did the skid plate just to make it all black up here on the front. Um, so I did a couple of videos while doing this, but I had my kids helping me, so that made videoing a little bit more difficult. So the video may be a little choppy, and I apologize for that, but I did the best that I could. Um, so the first thing that I did to it was take a orbital sander with some 80 grit sandpaper and sand the bumper just to get the finish. It's got like a clear coat gray paint onto it that came off pretty easy. Just wanted to get it scored up so that we'd have some good adhesion of the primer and the bully liner. But I did do a little video of that. Give me just 1 second here and I'll show you that to where you can see what it looked like before we put the primer on it. Okay, after sanding this skid plate down, the next thing that I did was take some acetone and go over it just to get everything off of it. Now it's ready to put primer on, and then the next step will be putting the bully liner onto it to black it out. Okay, so you've seen the video there real quick of what I did to it. I took a orbital sander. Okay, so you've seen the video there of what I did to it just to clean it up. Took the acetone, cleaned it with it, made sure there was no uh, oils or anything to that standpoint after I got done sanding it. The next thing that I did was take some Rust-Oleum Automotive dark gray primer that actually sprayed and looked jet black whenever I sprayed it. But I put one layer of primer on it, and I did get some video of that. Was actually doing the bumper at the same time, so you kind of see both the bumper and the skid plate in the video. But let me show you what I got there real quick. Okay, so you see me put the primer on there. I put one layer of primer and then went back over and sprayed 2 coats of the bully liner onto it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video of doing the bully liner because the kids had woke up and I just didn't get video with them in it too. But what we ended up doing was running to Walmart, getting one of the guns and 1 can of the liner. It's a bed liner. You can find it in the automotive section to it, which I believe the liner was $29.99 and the gun was $24.99. So it's not a real expensive thing to do by no means. And I think it makes the front end of this thing look a lot better, especially once I get the DV8 bumper put onto it. Also, I think it'll look real good. But The only thing I didn't get at Walmart is I ran to Harbor Freight and got a regulator to attach to the gun too, just to be able to control the air a little bit more. But it was a pretty simple process. I would recommend taking a little piece of cardboard and spraying a little bit just so you can get the hang of it. You hold the gun about 2 foot away from what you're spraying, and you can adjust it to where you get a nice smooth spray to it. And I put 2 coats onto it just to make sure that it had a decent layer onto it. And I will say that it probably took 12 hours or so to dry, but it was a little cooler. It was right at the 60-degree mark here in Kentucky that they tell you that it is the minimum. So I did run the heater in here too just to help it cure a little bit faster. But I didn't get a video of spraying it. I did get a video of once it was sprayed, so I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so here is our finished product after it dried and is put back onto the Jeep. I apologize again that I didn't get a lot of video of doing this process, but as most of y'all probably can imagine, a couple little helpers make it a little more difficult to video and do everything. But I should have told y'all this earlier in the video too, but there are 4 bolts holding that skid plate on. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 in front, 1 in bottom on each side. Half-inch socket, 13mm socket, takes them off no problem. I just done it with a socket and a ratchet. Take those 4 bolts off, drop it down, and then you've got it to do what you want to with. But I hope this video helps, gives you a little idea. I hope you like it. Maybe if you want to do it to your vehicle, it'll give you the idea and you'll do it, which if you do, I'd like to hear from you guys if you put a comment down below. And if you did like this video, I would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel. It helps grow this channel for sure. And the next video that I do will probably be the installation of the DV8 stubby bumper. So if you guys want to see that too, again, be sure to subscribe and look for it here in the next few days. Hope you guys have a good evening.